Set the city down, feel me.
Oh, what a great song from Kahan, Uncoil Deutsch, back to the beach. Yeah, it is beach weather right here in the beautiful mother city of Cape Town, where we have the great honor and great privilege of broadcasting every single day. And I had the pleasure of actually catching up with Kahan when she actually opened for Ed Sheeran when he was down at DHL Stadium. And talking about Ed Sheeran, here's a young lady who was inspired by Ed Sheeran, a young South African singer-songwriter whose music captures the feeling of open skies, honest emotion, and a deep sense of home. It sounds like a Capetonian, doesn't it? It is. Good morning, Sasha.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. And how are you this fine morning?
Oh, I'm awesome, thank you.
Right, Sasha Burn, there we go. And as I said, we love these interviews with our local talent. But Sasha, before we talk music, I have to know, if a mountain breeze could talk, what gossip would it tell about you?
Oh my goodness. The gossip it would tell. Oh gosh. I don't know, man. That's a good question, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Gossip it would tell. I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm always out and about in nature, so all my thoughts and all my feelings, I guess, but gossip, I don't know about that one, actually.
Okay, well, it's something you can think about, but there's one you don't have to answer. You don't have to admit anything on radio, believe me, because everybody is listening. Right, you grew up with melodies bouncing in your head long before you wrote them down. Did your family ever accuse you of having a secret concert in your bedroom?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you ask anyone who knows me, and especially my teachers when I was growing up, I'd always be humming and singing, and I'd be always told to, no, shush, study now. You must concentrate. So, so for me, it's always been, everyone knows if I'm not feeling right, I'm not singing. So,
all right. So if you're singing, it's all good in the world.
Yes.
Fantastic. Right. You started writing songs at the age of 9, I believe, eh? And you play guitar, the piano, drums, and the ukulele. Now, which one of these instruments is secretly the boss when it comes to controlling your songwriting vibe?
Absolutely. I mean, the drums for me, absolutely the drums. Even though I write the songs on my guitar, I have to imagine the beat and the rhythm because that for me makes a song.
My son's a drummer, so yeah. And we often jam on a Sunday evening. We go get together and we jam some music, so we have a lot of fun with that one. Right, were there any childhood melodies maybe that you still hum today that maybe shaped your voice or your style?
Yeah, what I used to do as a kid is I would record my voice notes and my humming and my singing. So I'd look back on those, and sometimes I'd take those snippets from those childhood melodies and parts that I put into my own songs. But otherwise, I mean, music from different artists has always shaped who I am.
Do you read and write music?
Absolutely. I mean, music is everything for me.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is because I've just finished reading Lionel Richie's autobiography, and he mentions that he had a lot of difficulty learning to read music. His grandmother tried to teach him, and she never get it right, but he had an ear for music, so he just played by ear. And then he was told he could never have a career in music if he didn't learn to read music. But the Beatles never learned to read music either. They all just basically, as you said, hummed the chords, whatever, and got someone else to write them down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm terrible at reading music. I cannot read music for the life of me, but I do write down the chords and the feeling, and I just remember how it goes. So for me, I would have piano lessons, and my piano teacher would always get frustrated at me because I would just listen to what he was playing and then play it and not look at the music. So yeah.
You're doing exactly what Lionel Richie did to his poor old grandma. She could play it perfectly. And she called him out, actually, because she was teaching him how to read music and play. And he was doing perfectly well. And then she put a longer piece on. And then he finished playing it to perfection. And then she looked at her and she said, well, you played it very well. He smiled and she said, but you didn't read the music. He said, what do you mean I didn't read the music? She said, well, when you got to the end of that page, you didn't turn the page.
Oh my goodness.
Caught out by his grandmother. Okay. Okay. You cited, as I mentioned in the intro, Ed Sheeran as a big influence. Loved his shows, by the way. I did catch him here at the DHL Stadium. But if you could swap voices with any artist for one day, who would it be and why?
I'd have to say, for me, that would be Noah Kahan. And I don't know, there's just something about his voice that I love listening to. I get into this almost like a trance when I listen to his voice. So for me, I'd love to be able to one day write a song with him. That would be an absolute dream. But to sing with him and hear his voice in one of my songs, wow, that'd be amazing.
And you mix folk, warmth, pop, accessibility, and a South African soul. If your sound was a dish, okay, let's put it into culinary terms, what ingredients would it have?
It would definitely have some salt because I love my salt. Add some flavor in there. Absolutely some salt. There'd probably be some steak in there, some rice, maybe some beans. I don't know. It has to be tasty. It has to be delicious and just full of flavor for me.
Okay. Right, let's have a look at your new single, Mountain Breeze, which has a wide open, free feeling. Now, if the song had a scent, texture, or even a color, what would you say it would be?
For me, the colors are definitely warm tones of oranges, reds, and yellows. It's the same as my album cover for it because that's the feeling I get with South Africa. The warm tones, the warm community, and the warm breeze. That for me is also the smell, like the buchu and the fynbos and the mountain breeze. Wherever you are, I mean, that's South Africa for me.
Right, but that's South Africa and it's home. I mean, I totally agree with you. It's also my color choices, but then we're Cape Townians, we're brought up here. You say home is the mountains and the people. And if you could take listeners on a sonic tour of the Western Cape, now I'm just, shameless plug for our Western Cape at the moment, through your song, what stops would you make?
I'd have to, of course, Table Mountain, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
But also, Cape Agulhas and the most southern tip of Africa, because I live close to there. And it's not just the mountain breeze, but the ocean breeze as well, coming off the shore and hitting you in the face. And it's so fresh and salty and it makes you feel so alive. So I'd have to say Cape Town, Table Mountain, but also the ocean and Cape Agulhas and the beaches. That for me, I would take anywhere.
All right. You recorded the song at Pretty Loud Studios, correct?
Yep, absolutely.
And was there a moment when you thought, wow, this is actually coming alive exactly how I imagined it? Hey? Tell us a bit of Skinner behind the scenes stories.
Yeah, so I have had this song in my iPad, in my brain, for almost over 2 years now. And I've tried writing it and producing it before, but it just wasn't how I pictured it. And so when we started with Pretty Loud, and we started actually putting this song to life, it was, every single step. You added the drums, the piano, the guitar, the voices. It just made everything feel so much more alive. And for me, hearing my song come to life, no matter what it is always such a truly profound moment for me because, I'm writing so many songs that are always in my head, but bringing them out and hearing them for the first time, there's nothing quite like it. So that was really, really cool.
Fantastic. You say you dream of performing worldwide. Now, what's one city you secretly love to just busk in, eh? No big stage, just you and maybe a hat for coins?
I'd have to say Romania.
Good choice.
And absolutely Romania. And also maybe Hungary, because I do horseback archery, and that is one of my most favorite places on the earth. It's such a beautiful, beautiful countries, amazing people, and I'd love to perform there one day.
And what's the most unusual place you've ever found inspiration for a lyric or a melody?
I'd say that also have to be Hungary. I had a guitar there that I didn't bring my own guitar, but I asked someone for theirs, and I was just jamming through there, and random words and feelings came into mind. And I think when you're in different places and not at home, the different feelings you get make a different sound in a song. And I really like exploring that. So traveling and bringing my guitar with me always brings out different emotions, different feelings. And different songs.
Talking to you, it sounds as if you are the type of songwriter that does a melody first, then the lyrics. Is that right? Or do you do lyrics, or do you mix it up sometimes?
I've tried mixing it up. So usually for me, what comes easiest is the melody. I'll hum something I like, and that will either be the chorus or the verse. Usually I prefer to do chorus first, find the really hook of the song, the something that gets you moving and feeling, and write everything around that. And then I'll play with, the pitch. How high do I want it? What chords do I want it with? Do I want the song to be happy or sadder or softer or louder? And it all comes from there, really.
Right, let's go listen to your song. So I'm going to put that on now. Then after we finish listening to your song, you can come back and tell us how people can follow you and so on. But I want to put a little challenge out to our listeners as well. If you've got a question for Sasha, let me know on our studio WhatsApp 0763520685, and I'll gladly ask. And also give us your comments if you're listening to the music. Tell us what you think about this song from Sasha Burn, Mountain Breeze. Do you want to introduce your song, Sasha? And then we'll play it, and then afterwards we'll come back and wrap it up.
Yeah, so the song is Mountain Breeze, and it's my feeling about, South Africa, the people, the nature, and I hope you love it.
I thought I would fall in love with someone to call my own. High on the mountaintops, in the place where I grew up, and I see it falling down below where I called it home. In the mountain breeze, I hear it calling me, never to erase what it means to me. I see it on your face, now you're in my place in the mountain breeze, in the mountain breeze. Now I see is clear what I love and what I fear. It's cold down in here, in the depths of your tears, and I see it soaring on the surface where I go. In the mountain breeze, I hear it calling me, never to erase what it means to me. I see it on your face, now you're in my place in the mountain breeze, 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 in the mountain breeze. I see it falling down below where I call it home. In the mountain breeze, I hear it calling me, never to erase what it means to me. I see it on your face, now you're in my place in the mountain breeze, in the mountain breeze, in the mountain breeze. I hear it calling me, in the mountain breeze. I never felt so free. In the mountain breeze, I hear it calling me, in the mountain breeze.
Sasha Burn and Mountain Breeze. And it's a beautiful song, Sasha. I really love that one.
Thank you so much. It really came from the heart.
We can hear it. It's actually a fantastic song. I love the vibe of it. It's just that real summery vibe, you're right. And our listeners actually agree with you, because Laura from Cape Town's sent a WhatsApp saying, Brent, I swear, Mountain Breeze just made me feel like I'm on top of Table Mountain with the wind in my hair. Pure magic. Oh, Laura, totally agree with you. And Tabo out in the Paarl area says, this song hits different, man. Sasha Burn's voice is like honey in the morning coffee. Oh, I like that. Smooth, warm, and impossible to ignore, eh? And then Jessica out in the Durban area says, I didn't know I needed a song about Cape Town's mountains until Mountain Breeze happened. Now my living room is basically the Western Cape. Well, there we go. I'll be taking the Western Cape to Jessica out in the Durban area. Loving those comments, people. Right, and Sasha Burn's new single, which you've just heard now, Mountain Breeze, is out on all the major streaming platforms. Am I correct, Sasha?
Yes, it is. You can find it anywhere.
And if our listeners could take one thing from this song and carry it with them today, what would it be?
I think for me, we're so busy and we're so wrapped up in our jobs and our lives and stress and work. I think it's really important to go out in nature, just take a breath and just breathe for a bit. Don't think about anything else. Just feel the nature, feel, the earth around you, take a breath, and then you can go back and feel, just that bit of relief, because being out in nature, it just takes the stress off, takes the weight off of you. And I think that's so important.
Oh, there you have it, right from Sasha's mouth herself. And there's your therapy session for this morning. All right, you can thank us later for that one. Right, Sasha, if people want to follow you and download your music, how can they do that?
Yeah, so my social media handle is Sash_Burn, and my music is on all platforms, so I hope to see you there.
Right, and I will be putting this interview up onto our Facebook page when I get a chance to actually go and just extract it and edit it. So you can catch the interview there if you want to listen again or listen to Sasha Burn's Mountain Breeze. But in the meantime, you can go, it's on all streaming platforms. Just go and type in there Mountain Breeze, Sasha Burn, and I'm sure you'll pick it up, add it to your playlist. Go on and do that. It's a lekker Cape Town feel, Cape Town vibe, great South African music. And we're very honored and very privileged to actually meet and greet so many great South African talents. Sasha, thank you very much for coming in and talking to us this morning and sharing this fantastic song.
Oh, thank you so much. And I really, really appreciate you guys getting me on here. It's such an amazing experience for me. So thank you so much.
You are most welcome, Sasha. And I wish you everything of the best in your career. I think you're at the start of a very, very successful career. And I'm sure you'll fulfill your dreams of playing internationally and playing overseas. And I'm sure you'll be in Romania one day there playing the music, and they're going to absolutely love it.
Thank you.
Right, Sasha, thank you very much. And we need to get on. But thank you very much for coming and spending time. And for those words of wisdom, by the way, and for providing our therapy session for the day as well. Do appreciate it.
You're welcome.